I've seen better days. I've seen better days. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. Remember JF, hey. Remember JF, hey. He tried to lead the way. He tried to lead the way. But he was shot one day. But he was shot one day. In the early morning. In the early morning. It's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's okay. It's alright, it's okay. I've seen better days. I've seen better days. Hey, hey, hey.
All right, we want to welcome everybody to another edition of, I stole it from a guy, bring it from the top and bring it from the bottom. Another edition of We the Vets Podcast, Season 3, Episode 2. Man, we still got this thing running. I'm one of your co-hosts, Mike P., all the way from South Florida by the way of South Georgia. I took that 75, came down here. We got my man JD from the parts of unknown, and we got my man Walt from that big state, that elephant state. Roll Tide, baby, roll tide. What's going on, man?
Hey,
what's up with you, Pat?
What's going on, man?
Hey, I can't call it, man. Fired up, man. Ready to go, man.
See you hype. You hype, man.
Yeah, man. We coming off a big victory this past week, man. We won 48-6, and this week we got the number one team in all of Southwest Florida. They only lost like 5 games in the past 12 years.
Wow.
To a team from Southwest Florida. Now on the East Coast, it's another whole different story. They get put out every year in the playoffs by them boys from Miami, and Dade and Broward kind of, yeah.
Dang.
And every year them boys spot them 14. Here y'all go, y'all can have these 14 now. But yeah, right. We got them this week, man, and so I've been fortunate enough to be on 2 staffs. So them 5 losses, I done been on a staff that done beat them twice. So yeah, that's unprecedented. And then when I was coaching the freshmen and I was coaching JV, I only lost to them 2 times in 7 attempts. So, your boy might be the peak.
Maybe.
Yeah, man. So how y'all week been going, man?
Hey, man, I'm kind of tired, man. We went to they had I don't know if you guys watched the show Bridgerton. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but seems like it's a early Victorian period. They got a queen, and I don't know much about the show, but I do know that my wife knows a lot about the show, and she said, "We going." And I was like, "I don't want to go." And she said, "We going." And I was like, "Roger that, we're going." So,
we going.
I didn't get back till 1 o'clock this morning, but she had a wonderful time, a great time. And I guess for me, it was kind of cool, but it is what it is. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So let's keep it
right. Hey, did you put on the white wig and walk around and sip tea?
Yeah, it was some brothers in there, and I gotta give credit. It was, how we do. We take it. We put some flavor to it. So there was some sharp brothers in there, but I know they was hot. It was hot up in there. I know they were burning up. Had the wig on, everything, beads of sweat. Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey.
Well, shout out to what said Bridgetown. Shout out to Bridgetown. Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Bridgerton. Shout out to Bridgerton, bringing that all the way to the ATL, all the way to England.
I guess
where they eat little biscuits and sip they tea.
Little crumpets.
Little crumpets. To the queen. Well, what's going on over there in Bama, man?
Man, I can't call it, Chief. Having a little fun in my studio, man. Other than that, man, my my outside adventurous life has been put on standby.
Mm.
Yeah, our weather here, man, it's like it want to rain every day, man.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. You know, last week what I said I was gonna do 7,500 steps a day.
Mhm.
Man, I think I might have averaged 35.
Crazy.
Oh, you back to my numbers right now, then.
Man, I
About
think
35.
yeah.
Yeah.
That the rain came in, then I had to go. I had some extra duties I had to do last week.
Mm.
You know, I wasn't able to get it in like I wanted to.
Yeah. It's raining. It's pouring down right now
Mm.
as we speak.
Man, trying to get it in, trying to get it in. Well, fella, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the show, man. I just want to let all the viewers know I got a roast going on right now. You know, and it's smelling pretty good.
Mm. Mm.
So if your boy having to leave the screen, just going to make sure the roast's gonna be good to go. But I will be back.
Right.
All right, and the fellas to keep the show moving, okay? But I will be back.
We keep
Hey,
it going.
keep it going, man. So, fella, let me ask y'all this, man. So, look, I picked up some screenshots, some stuff we kind of talked about over the week, man. And some of it old, some of it new, you know, and you know, just kind of wanna talk about it a little bit, man. And this first one, man, Dennis Rodman says he received permission to go to Russia to advocate for Brittany Griner's release from jail. So Brittany Griner was recently sentenced to 9 years for some marijuana or some CBD, and I think a vape pen. You know, now to me that seemed a little excessive. You know, but she got 9 years. So, fella, I got two questions for y'all. One, does that seem a little excessive? And two, do you think she got that because she's a celebrity in the United States?
To answer the first question, yeah, I think it's really excessive, especially when you look at what she got caught with. It was residue. It wasn't even, you know what I'm saying, like she was trying to distribute or anything crazy like that. So I think that's ridiculous. As far as like her being picked because she's a celebrity, I think that was part of it because Russia knew what they was getting ready to get into, and maybe just wanted to have like a potential ace up the sleeve. So outside of that, I really don't know, but that's ridiculous. And I'm not even gonna lie though, with that article you just pulled up, I am interested to see if Rodman said. I mean, he says he's got permission to go, but he didn't say he was going. But I'm interested to see if he goes and what happens when he goes over there. So, what
Hold
you
on,
got?
man. You don't think Rodman gonna go?
I'm just saying the statement said he got permission. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when his friend. He probably would go on his own, but I'm just saying I don't know if John Sally make a phone call. Look here, man. Now you doing too much. I want him to sit down because you might not come back going over there messing around with these people, man.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. I'll leave it alone. But I mean, I would be interested to see if he goes and like I said, what transpires when he gets there. Does he get any results or hopefully he don't have nothing on him when he over there with no residue or anything like that. Cause yeah. Well, what you got?
Yeah. Hey, I say 9 years is extremely excessive. That's like attempted murder time. I'm kind of wondering, like, okay, if I go over there and shoot a Joker, I mean, he don't die. What kind of time I'm looking at, as opposed to if I had some weed, that's way too much. But I mean, if they're doing it because she's a superstar or well known in the U.S., I don't know if that's so more so than they're just doing it because she's an American. and we're giving arms to Ukraine, and Ukraine is gift wrapped in Russia's behind and giving it back to them right now. So I don't know, but I will say, with Rodman going over there now, he did make some, hit some headlines and everything over there in North Korea when he went. I honestly was wondering, like, Rodman, man, what you doing? But it seemed to work out for him. And I'm gonna tell you, man, maybe he'll have some pull if he do go over there. Maybe he'll have a little influence. We underestimated him once.
Right, and then he went to what, Kim Jong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe Kim Jong-un makes a phone call for his friend Putin.
Yeah.
Get him back in there.
But I gotta add though. Add this. Now, I'm older than Brittany. And I guess I go far back as grade school, man. We learned about Russia, we learned about Iran, and we learned about North Korea. These places and some other places. We just didn't want no places you get a brochure from going to visit for vacation, summer vacation, whatnot. And I'm trying to figure, like, okay, I know some oligarch or whatever is willing to pay you so much, but these are countries that you can see on a monthly basis people getting caught up and locked up for some unjustified type crap. They got some crazy laws there. That's been well known for decades. That since I've been on this planet, that's been well known. So why, I'm just wondering. I'm wondering, why would you go fool around with these folks, period, at all? Like, damn the money.
Right.
Not mess around with Russia, especially in this time.
You said something interesting there, because I don't never remember, saying that, like, hey, man, come to Moscow and vacation here. Hey, come check out these beautiful beaches we got over here in Russia, Hey, man, got the 7th, 8th, 9th wonder of the world here in Russia,
Yeah. Not some with that. I haven't seen anything that would attract a sister girl. To say, let's go to Russia, homie. Let's go to Russia, girl.
The closest I ever thought about going to Russia was watching it on Rocky 4 when Rocky had to go. That's the closest I ever thought about getting to Russia.
Wasn't that a deterrent? Wasn't that
he had to go defend Action Jackson, man.
Yeah. I'm with you, but like where he was living and how he was training, wouldn't that be like, you know what? I don't want to go.
Right, I'm saying, in the living room.
In the living room,
it looked good.
Right, like I was like, go, man, you gotta go over there and beat him. I'll be right here supporting you.
It was like a billboard on the highway. Just passed by.
Right. You doing on January 6th. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm right here.
Oh man.
Y'all go do y'all thing over there, man. Do y'all thing. I'm supporting y'all from right here. Rocky.
Go ahead, Robin, man. Do that thing, man.
I'll be out there in a minute. I gotta go to the bathroom, man. I'll be out there in a minute now. Go ahead.
I know, right?
It just never even crossed my mind. I don't care how much money to go to Russia. I just no. I would rather go. Like I'd rather go to the North Pole. Because at least in my mind, Santa Claus could be there. In my mind,
at least.
I mean, look, I understand why she went. She went to go make her money. I mean, so I do get that. I mean, we've gone to places that we didn't want to go to for our bread as well. Because I didn't want to go to the Sandbox either. I had no intention of ever visiting that place, and I do not have any intention since going. I will never go back and be like, you know what? It looks different now. It looks like they built it up. Yeah, this is nice. Nope.
Yeah, well, I had a blast. literally.
Figurative and literally. So you got a 2 for 1.
Yeah,
Back
man.
blast area all clear.
You know what I mean? Bro,
Oh man.
more
Hey
power.
man, we supporting you. We supporting you, Dennis. We supporting you, man.
And Brittany.
All right, all right, fellas. So the next one, man, we coming down there where you at, Walden.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
I found this, man, in Montgomery to mark 66th anniversary of bus boycott. So they're gonna celebrate it with a series of celebration and events next week. You know, now 66 years, you know, that's a long time, man. 66 years. And when I looked at it, I just thought about like, we are more, let me say this, and I want to make sure I put this in the right context. In some areas, we are further along than our grandparents and great-grandparents. But in some areas, which maybe be the areas that probably count the most, we have regressed. You know, as far as, you know, they were, man, like if you think about, for a whole year, they walked every day.
Every day, carpool.
Like every day for a whole, like you ain't even like the bus right there, dog. Like it pulled right up right there, right at this stop sign, right at the end of your street.
Right.
And you got to go on the other side. I don't know, you know, if you ain't never been to Montgomery ain't no hip and no skip. I mean, hip and a skip, you know, like it's some major parts that, you know, it take you 20 minutes to get across town in a brand new car.
And that's in them hard sliding shoes too.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You know. Now, Walt, you being from it, man, can you kind of expand a little bit, like really what it like kind of meant for the people, and then, you know, the pride that the people from Montgomery took in, you know, making this a national event or really a global event.
Yeah, it is. We got a few museums down in Montgomery downtown, and people are literally coming from all over to see those museums. Some of them, or a lot of them, are out of education. Some in the spiritual department, you know, whether they're pastors or just active members in their religion. But we've had all kind of people come to tour it. People I picked up from the airport. And these aren't just, I've seen more people of other races than Black people coming to tour these museums and these places and stuff like that, like the Davis Theater downtown, and we got one place I haven't been. It's more in depth and detailed about the slavery. I don't think I've reached the moment where I think I'll be strong enough to go right now, because it looks pretty it looks pretty tough. But I've heard it's very detailed and educational. And here we, you know, especially when you go to the churches and stuff like that, we still got a lot of people who were there and active and, you know, involved in the civil rights. And so they talk about it like, I mean, pretty much like, I guess we as war vets can talk about our experience. You know, all you can do when you hear the elders talking is just listen. Because this stuff is from experience. This ain't something they read in the book. It's their own personal experience. So it's just, you know, that's when, like the old folks say, you gotta hush and just listen to these people talk, because they're saying something you need to hear. Yeah.
Because, you know, I my experience, my daughter, she called me one day and she said, Dad, they said that slavery referring to the museums you're talking about, they said, yeah, you know, slavery, like it wasn't really slave. We were indentured workers. I said, is that right? So when they got out of school that day, I was sitting in the parking lot and we drove to Montgomery. That's when they had just built the that museum downtown. It's downtown. Then they got the slave.
Yeah, the slave thing. That's what I was talking about. Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't been there yet. I ain't ready.
Oh man, it's tough, man. Like you know, like inside the museum, they got the dirt. They went to where these people were hung, and they dug up the dirt from, you know, where they were hung at and where their bodies dropped and hit the ground, and they put them all in these big mason jars, you know, and then they got the different screens where people are talking about the old slavery and then the new slavery, which is prison systems, you know, and man, they go, you know, normally they give you, the guy says, he told me it's a 90-minute tour. And when I told him why I was there, he was like, bro, take your time. Like, take your time. And so we ended up staying like 3-4 hours. But before we went to that, we went to the Rosa Parks Museum downtown. We went and visited that one. And that one was pretty cool, you know. And I just want my kids to see.
By the time y'all went, my dad was still working there.
Oh, he was? Man, I wish I'd have known, Walt. I'd have said, what up, Mr. Walton? You coming in here, and I need to get in free.
No. Yeah, he would have hooked you up.
Yeah, man. We stayed at the DoubleTree downtown, man.
Yeah, up on that little cement block or whatever. It's hard to get there.
Yeah, it was different. It's a different DoubleTree I done been to.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna say this. So we went to Selma. The next day I took them to Selma to see the you know, the bridge and all that.
Right.
And man, I thought that they were marching into Selma. They were marching from Selma. They were coming out of Selma, marching into Montgomery.
Right.
Bruh, that road, I'm just being honest. I'd have like, hey, y'all, it probably gonna take me about 4-5 days to make this trip. But somebody need a car to be taking everybody.
Yeah. See.
It's a solid. I drove 80 miles an hour on that road. It was a solid 45-minute drive. So I can't even imagine in my mind you being attacked by dogs, police officers, the heat, you dressed fully, you got the hard bottom shoes.
Alabama State Troopers. Right.
And bust John Lewis upside the head when he crossed on him.
Right.
And you're still making that march. I think they got like a rest stop or something now dedicated to it.
Yeah,
they got that dedicated to it. We didn't get a chance to stop there, but bro, like that should be nationally, because I don't know of another people with that type of strength to go through that.
Exactly. Which is why, and I won't get too deep into it, which is why that being so threatening, we got stuff like Section 8 and things of that nature, you know, that we've offered, that the government has offered to our some of our people to split up the black families. And also, you know, we took the taxes out of the churches, and churches don't have to pay no taxes. So less churches are speaking on stuff about this and what's really going on in today, and preaching more about prosperity, you know, and how much money you're bringing into the church and things of that nature. But this is John Lewis. I don't know if it's a book or whatnot, but he had something out called what he called Good Trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And he was portrayed in that movie, Selma, with Martin Luther King in it. What they call Good Trouble. I believe that's what he called it. And I believe it might be a book. You heard about that, Davis?
I heard him say, I'm not sure there's a book, but I have heard him say that saying. And, you know, because I guess what they were doing, it was against the law. So Alabama was enforcing, those state troopers were enforcing the law. The same thing with the Freedom Riders and groups of that sort. So they wanted to test and see if these people were going to enforce the laws that just wasn't right. This didn't make any sense. So
right.
In that sense, that's what John Lewis was calling good trouble.
I
just would like to say something real quick. I know 66 years, that's a long time, but relative to what's going on or what's happened in the United States, I don't know if that's that long ago. You know, because people be acting like, oh, that was a long time ago. Y'all need to let it go, or y'all need to. That wasn't that long ago. That's still Jim Crow era South foolishness. That wasn't that long ago. Y'all acting like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It wasn't. Just like the World War II with the Nazis doing what they did to the Jews. That wasn't that long ago. You know, so I just, every time somebody tries to, oh, that was a long time ago, we're different now. Are we? Are we that much different from what we were back then? I'm not so sure. And that's why we need to support celebrations like this. You know, so since it was so long ago, let's make sure we don't forget.
Right.
Let's make sure we don't forget. Let's make sure we celebrate that accomplishment and remind people what happened, since we got some schools out here telling, like you said, somebody told your daughter that slavery was like indentured slave. Like we were just going to work and then we got paid and we at a certain time that contract was up and we was free. That is not the case. So I don't know what school, what teacher, foolishness.
That's what I want to know. Who told her that? Who was the teacher told her that?
Yeah, her history teacher. I said, listen. I said, you got all the right to go and debate her like it's going out of style. Debate, and more debate. And so she went after we came back from that trip. Like she created a whole project and presented it to the teacher.
Right. Yeah, let her know.
I sure hope the teacher learned something.
Right.
Oh
There's still folks that's talking about that, but you know something, I've only heard a few people on TV of any other race that talk about their experience in the civil rights movement. That's just on TV, but in person, especially where I am, I haven't heard any other race talking about it.
Right.
And that's just odd to me. Something that big going on, that's something that historic. It's like, you know, where were you? Was you chunking rocks? Right. Did you one chunking rocks? Or you hit rock?
If you wasn't chunking rocks and you weren't out there actively supporting the people that was going through, you just as wrong as the mud throwing the rock.
Right.
If you weren't out there actively trying to get after and make sure that this got changed, this wasn't right. And as a Christian or as a religious person, let's put it that way, because I don't know any religion unless you like Satanism, and I don't even know all the rules of engagement with that. But if you are a religious person, I don't know what religion that's like. You see something jacked up and you just let it go. So just my 2 cents.
No, I'm just speaking on my experience. I've seen video and the pictures of Martin Luther King marching, and there's all other kind of races in that group.
There is.
And there's been some other people of other races that's actually died for the cause. In fact, in Alabama, the first inmate in Alabama, incarcerated in Alabama, was a white male. Gave him 20 years for aiding and helping a slave escape. So yeah, it's not, it's a big fight, and it's not just, it wasn't just us.
Right.
Right.
Right. Absolutely. So yeah, man. So we're gonna give a shout out to that, man, and I'm gonna send it, post it to our websites and stuff like that, man, and social media. Speaking of social media, when you get a chance, please hit that like. No, don't hit the like button, hit the love button. Show us some love. Hit the love button, okay?
Man.
Subscribe to our channel, okay? And then hit that share button. Hit the love, subscribe, and then share. All right. That's our PSA for today. All right, now that we done got some Black history, now we finna get a little ratchet going on in here, man. Finna get a little ratchet going on. Man, we just all over the place, man. We can't be put in a box. So, fellas, I want to get y'all thoughts on this, okay? I'm finna show this video clip. I want to get y'all thoughts on it.
Like, you really just should have paid for all of our food.
For one, I'm not paying for everybody's food. It's your birthday, cool, but I'm not doing that. It's 18.
Why do you gotta pay for all y'all food though?
You brought 18 friends. I'm finna leave you. You staying here with them or you coming with me?
Woo, bro!
Nah. Watching that, man. I want to get y'all take on it, man. Was the brother wrong for not paying for all 18 of her friends, or should he have paid for all 18 of her friends?
Go ahead, David.
All right, JD, I see you itching over here, man. You itching.
Look, man, I was waiting for Walt to do the thing, but look, was he wrong for not paying for all of their meals? No. I don't, unless there was an agreement prior to everybody, 18 individuals showing up to her birthday. I don't know if that wasn't agreed upon. No, he's not wrong for not paying for her friends to eat dinner with her on her birthday. They are coming to spend time with her to celebrate her birthday, and they supposed to be bringing gifts as well, and they should be able to take care of their own. That's not, I don't understand that. Not to mention, 9 times out of 10, what do we hear all the time about independent women and that we take care of ourselves, and this, all of that foolishness going on. Now here, I'm gonna back up. Where he was wrong, this is where he was wrong at. He actually entertained that foolishness. I wouldn't even argue. That wouldn't have been an argument. I would have just turned around and walked off. What is the purpose of arguing with a fool? Because at the end of the day, if you sit there arguing with a fool, both of y'all look stupid. And that's what happened at the end when she hit him with that nobody wants to broke N-word. What happened? Then he was out here looking crazy because he out here, ooh, nah, negative. Well, please, go on. I ain't trying to hear all this foolishness. And your friends was back there looking at him. He must be halfway decent. I seen 2 or 3 of them back there checking him out. So I'm just saying.
Right, 18. Wow, come on, man. What you would have did, man?
Man,
you would have hit him with them deep pockets.
See, you asked me what I do in 2022. I wish you would ask old dude back in 1999. You'd ask Low Rider and Roscoe.
You talking about Low Rider?
I wish you'd ask.
Listen, hold on. Walk, before you get going, I'd have paid money to see Roscoe and Low Rider in this video. That's like seeing Ice Cube and Chris Tucker on Friday. I'd have paid money, man. Right, go ahead. I'm stepping out. Go ahead.
Well, me now in 2022, I think I gotta tell you, man. Dave was right. The entertain that foolishness was crazy. No, that's about his only mistake. But no, I wouldn't have paid for all of them. Now, see, I would have said something smart. which would be offensive today. You know,
Mhm.
cancel culture. You know, all of this stuff has been real sexist. But no, I wouldn't have paid. I wouldn't have paid for that, and I don't think he's wrong for not, paying 18. And it wouldn't have mattered if it was family members. 18 people. Woo! I don't know if they said did you catch the name of the restaurant they're supposed to be eating at?
Mm.
Mm-mm. I mean, it wouldn't matter if it was Dairy Queen. It wasn't going down. 18 people.
Hold
Yeah.
on, man. Hey, man, you said Dairy Queen.
McDonald's. It's not happening.
Oh,
I'm
man.
not doing nah, man. One of y'all. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, if it's on the dollar menu, 18 people. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful because you went in and you tried. You know what I'm saying? You came up, didn't say nothing to the dude because he obviously was surprised. Like, what?
I know. Yeah.
What if you brought
Right.
18 of his friends to his birthday? Would she be expected to pay for his meal? For all 18, his meal and his 18 friends?
But how? This is the thing, though. Where does the entitlement come from to that you believe that a person should pay for you and 18 friends? Where does that come? Where does that mentality come from? Like, how could I fix my mouth to to say, hey, pay for me? It sound like some 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 old Eddie Murphy type stuff. You heard me. Pay for my freaking friends, But I just wonder where that come from. Where is that? Is that something a woman believes that a man has to do? Is that a mentality spread across the board?
Yes,
Is that just an isolated incident that these specific women think that? I mean, that's what I'm wondering. Is this a thing now?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I would say this: if me, let's say, put my shoes in dude's shoes, right? You're right. I wouldn't even entertain it.
Right.
I'd have been like, oh, okay. Went, got in my vehicle, and drove off.
And the white ghost.
And the white ghost been gone. Been gone.
Oh man.
I deleted the number. And I've been calling 17 of them friends that was about 2 weeks.
Now it would be different if he set up a surprise birthday party and invited to them to something. That's different. But you could tell in the video, he says, you invited 18 people. Why am I responsible for paying? And she started hollering and screaming. What? Red flag number one.
Yeah.
But like I said, it would have been different that way. But I do think that's an isolated incident. That's when you start talking about women versus young women. You know what I'm saying, or girls. I think that's where that is. Just like we have our issues with men versus boys. So
right.
That's gotta be a girl mentality, like somebody like single or only child, princess, been entitled type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta check, make sure I'm safe, man. Might not be a safe space.
Oh,
Oh man, that's wild. Yeah, man. So that's our wretchedness for the day. And so we're gonna try to, we ain't gonna upgrade the ratchetness, but we're gonna throw the ratchetness out there every now and then, So, we as a people, man, like we're broad, We go from 66 years to the ratchet factory.
Right.
So, fellas, our next topic, man. This gonna be our last topic, man. Probably our main one, man. We probably got about 10 minutes, and then we got to get out of here, man. So I'm finna show this one up, man, and This is all I'm gonna say.
If there were any lingering doubts about Donald Trump's hold on the Republican Party, they were erased Tuesday night. Liz Cheney, Trump's loudest and most persistent critic in the party and the #1 target of his vengeance campaign, went down in a landslide primary defeat. Liz Cheney's decisive loss means at least 8 of the 10 House Republicans who voted to impeach him will be gone in the next Congress. And in state after state, candidates endorsed by Trump for governor, for Senate, and for other offices have prevailed in Republican primaries. They owe their nominations to Trump and their allegiance too. But as Trump tightens his grip on the party, the legal walls around him seem to be closing in. This week, a federal judge in Florida suggested he may release portions of the affidavit used to seek an FBI search warrant for Mar-a-Lago. A criminal investigation, the Justice Department says, is, quote, open and in its early stages. In New York, Trump Organization's chief financial officer is going to Rikers Prison after pleading guilty to a tax fraud scheme. Trump once called Alan Weisselberg a loyal employee and one of the toughest people in the business. Now he has pleaded guilty and has agreed to testify in a criminal trial likely to happen this fall against Trump's company. And in Georgia, a flurry of activity surrounding the criminal investigation into the attempt to overturn that state's 2020 election results. Rudy Giuliani testifying before a special grand jury. And Trump ally Senator Lindsey Graham is next after a federal judge rejected his effort to avoid testifying. And in yet another legal case, Trump pleaded the fifth, something he had never done before. Unlike the former president, Cheney acknowledged she lost. While conceding to Trump's chosen candidate in Wyoming, Cheney launched a new national political organization, a new effort to vanquish Trumpism and to try to block any attempt by Trump to return to power.
We must be very clear-eyed about the threat we face and about what is required to defeat it. I have said since January 6th that I will do whatever it takes to ensure Donald Trump is never again anywhere near the Oval Office, and I mean it.
Hey, fellas, so we just saw 2 minutes, man, of the former President Trump. It seems like he got a death grip on this party, man. Like, the people he's endorsing, like, they're really, you know, they winning. They out here winning, man. So I want to ask y'all, man, like, is it real? Like, or maybe like what's really going on?
Yeah, it's scary, man. It's whew, I'm wondering, man, is this like is this gonna be something similar to like his who was that he picked for the FBI director to get his name and still sent the FBI in there to search Mar-a-Lago? Are these people going to be similar to that, just doing what it takes to get in there, get in, you know, fake it till you make it type deal? To get in there and then act like you got some sense? I don't know. I'm hoping.
Barr.
Yeah.
His last name was Barr. I can't remember his first name right now.
Right. Yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah, because this type of news is scary. That you got this many people that's voting for these folks. These are people that believe that this man actually won this election. He didn't lose. I mean, I'm about to join them and say, hey, the Lakers won the championship. Hey, can I get in there with y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we celebrate the Lakers real quick, but it's a scary thing, but it's real. And now that we can see that there are people out there that will go for such foolishness and not just believe it, but vote and put people in power to make decisions for us. It's who they want to represent them.
Yeah,
I would just say, you asked the question, is it real? It's been real since the beginning of this country. It's been real. We just saw the election and President Trump lost that election. However, go look at the numbers. It's ridiculous how many people voted for him. Like, it's not even a question, is it real? It's real. As far as Liz Cheney goes, I appreciate her standing up for what she believed was right and actually speaking out and not trying to, do whatever she can to hold on to a seat in public office, and like we see a lot of these politicians doing right now. So I applaud her for standing up and doing that. But at the same time, I kind of feel like her and a lot of these other Republicans are part of what this monster is grown into, part of feeding this monster and making it as big as it is. Because why y'all had to wait till January 6th to say something? You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the car the other day riding to work. I'm listening to the Mueller report. It's on Audible. So for those of you who don't want to read it, you can listen to it. It's on Audible. And they got a whole bunch of stuff that should shut this whole situation down back then. You know what I'm saying? Back before we even get to January 6th. We're talking about the guy who complained about election being stolen had people in his pocket that if potentially, not potentially, we know, we saw it. I'm listening to the report right now. We see in the report that the election was influenced by those people from overseas, Russia, that we have not been friendly with for a long time.
According to
So
there's
that. Alexa, stop. Oh, Lord.
Denver,
Hold on.
Independent Cities, Virginia, USA, 2697, Pennsylvania, USA, 1937.
My bad, fellas. My bad.
My bad. Technology.
I think both of y'all left in there.
Yeah, Alexa want to argue with me. Alexa want to go there.
Alexa about to let you know what time it is.
Yeah, she want to argue.
Alexa got in on that one.
Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, with all these people voting how they voted, the Republican Party, those 8 members that did stand up and do the right thing about January 6th and testifying, that's awesome. But where were you guys, and where's the rest of your party before January? Because this is not a black issue. This is not any of that foolishness. This is American issue. You are messing with the fabric of our democracy.
Right.
That's what it is, what it boils down to. And it's going the route of returning into a Russia or a China, a communist freaking government, which at one point in this American history we have here was freaking extremely a bad thing. But I guess today we kind of just like, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if we got the attention span to pay attention to see what's going on. So, all right, my bad. I'm gonna jump off the soapbox.
Get him.
It just kills me, man. It's killing me. Oh man. All right, man. Got me over here sweating, man.
You're on mute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Yeah, man. So sometimes, the sweat box keep you from slipping out, man. So, but fellas, man, we done had, I feel like we had a great show today, man. And we finna get ready to close. Any last parting words for our guests?
Well, let's hope Rodman go over there and do his thing and be glad it ain't Herschel Walker finna come over there. She'll never get out.
There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10 touchdown. Herschel Walker. You're locked up.
That's but yeah, that was it, man.
All right, what about you, JD?
Hey man, you gotta, I think kind of a theme that was kind of underlying running through the show is, hey, if you see something that's not right, well, I don't care what party you represent, I don't care what faith you have, If it's not right, it's not right, and you should stand up and say something, and preferably sooner rather than later. Out of control.
Damn. Damn. That's it, man. We're going to end it on that. Hey, man. God bless y'all, and we love you.
Right.
Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Work. There you go. Hard work. Work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work. 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 That's what I say. Hard work. 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 Earn my pay. Hard work. Hard work. Do it every day. Hard work. Get up out of 2:45. Hard work. Let it go and earn my pay. Hard work. Put my boots on and lace them up. Hard work. Work. Another day to work. Hard work.